Good morning. This is John G. Presco, and this is the Howdy Doody show. Yeah. I'm gonna get that video of Chill Wills riding the bomb down. In Doctor Strangelove, which is one of the greatest movies ever made, and it's sure pertinent to what's going on now because we're back. We're back in that time. It's like we've gone in Mr. Peabody's way back machine, and there we are. Watching Chill Wills. Yeah, riding the bomb like a bronco. And Peter Sellers plays these three parts, and gosh, I just miss him. When he died, I said the world's really going to miss this man. It's not going to be the same place because the creepers are going to, get by the guard, at the door. Who are the creepers? Well, they're basically the Christian Reconstructionists and Christian nationalists, and their belief, and I will talk about them almost every time I make a video. I'm going to point them out. Here they are. These are the troublemakers that are destroying our democracy, dividing it. Basically, they believe that the Bible, both books, are the infallible word of God, and we should be living by the Bible and not really the Constitution. They say the Constitution just really kind of sets up the Bible to be the ruler of everybody in America, if not the world. And to the dismay of our national security, they actually believe that Putin is a part of Christian nationalism movement, and that should be replacing NATO and the European Union. So enough of that. Are we having fun yet? As reality sets in, they just don't want you to know about it. But they suggest talk about this at their churches. They have it all disguised. It's like a 1984 biblical lessons and stuff like that. So anyway, I've gotten behind in my post, and I wanted to post on Sam Elliott, who lives down the road about 10 miles in Coburg. I forgot to look up how far it is. I'll try to provide a map. But I went out to Coburg and visited the graves of George Miller and his father. What's his name? Well, the brother and father of Joaquin Miller. And I'm wearing my Joaquin Miller hat today. We talk about Sam Elliott and the Mustache Peach. That was going to be the title of my blog. And I'm going to be doing more videos. I might do instead of writing it all, composing and stuff like that, I'm going to do a video, and then I'm going to do the supporting text and stuff like that. So you can, read other authors, reporters' words, and you can listen to my text. And of course, I'll probably be offering some text myself, composing, sitting writing, but I just got so behind because we're in the new Cold War, which I pretty much predicted, and that just took a lot out of me because that wasn't easy to be around. And I told people, warned people that were my friends, my family. I said I'm a prophet, and I'm a seer. I'm in a seer mode. My angel talks to me while I'm sleeping, downloads all the stuff I got to do and say while I'm sleeping. And I wake up, it's like, Okay, Angel, I hear you. And I got to get out of bed. I'm overweight, and 260 pounds. Got to get up and get my coffee. No woman to make me breakfast. No one vacuums my floor but me. No one my dishwasher but me. So, I've been doing a bang up job. So, Sam Elliott, I believe it's been used by Cozy Bear, the Russian uh, uh, hacker cyber warfare team, a lot. And they would be posting pictures of him, with a cowboy hat, and they put words in his mouth, and the meme underneath, you know, I was raised to hate Democrats because my family was God, things like that. I kid you not, and they had like funny kind of, word, messages that, assured Republican uh, Christian nationalists that cowboys are around their side. See, especially Sam Elliott. He was like sort of like the stamp of approval, USDA. 100% American meat. You know, it's this whole thing that Rita and I got going. And Sam Elliott's kind of like Rita Christensen's Easton's kind of ideal. And he's next to this other cowboy that's in this cowboy show, and this is an interview with him in IndieWire, you know. And I want to say that my grandfather sold a Western story, The Squaw Man, uh, to the film director, the brother of, and I forgot to look up his name, his French name, but they had a studio down there near Ojai, out there kind of in the desert. And they had the Star Movie company out there. And uh, Ford, the director Ford and John Wayne, uh, they shot a picture out there. Sam Elliott, understands uh, the movie industry and what they want of him and what they expect of him, and he understands. I'm sure he's a tool of propaganda, and he's got to pay his rent. He's got a couple of horses that I saw. I pulled over. Someone told me his ranch was there, and I pulled over and said hello to his horses. Yeah, I did. You know, right down the road a piece. So there's an article in the Mr. Guard about him, and they said that he lives in okay, what's the town down there? All right, you can't remember, so let's move on. So Sam Elliott blasts piece of shit power of the dog. What does Champion know about the American West? That's what he's asking. He used piece of shit, the words, you know? Piece of shit right there. It's kind of shit, but, hey, but, with Putin acting like a piece of shit, the dangerous rabid dog, and got to shoot, like kill a mockingbird, Now, what's his name? The father, And to kill a mockingbird. See, gosh, damn it. Memories going when you get old. So, veteran actor Sam Elliott is back in the spotlight thanks to massive popularity of Paramount Plus Yellowstone. See, Rita had a house right there, right on the edge of Yellowstone Park. Prequel 1883. And I said, I got to watch this. I get Paramount Plus. I got to get in on this so I can, see where Rena's coming from. She probably watches this show. Her and her husband, the cattle rancher, got to live in a trailer on top of a hill and Montana, overlooking his cattle down below. See, real deal. In the show, he plays former Civil War soldier Shay Brennan. Shay Brennan. Oh my God! I mean, talk about the manufactured name. How do we get the the Irish neo-Confederate Southerners uh, liking this guy, and I don't know what side did he fight on in the Civil War. I don't know if they really say because they don't want to alienate half their audience, do they? But there it is. There's that cozy bear Memmy. Shea, and I love. What's the last name? Brennan, Walter Brennan. Come on, I want you to meet the family known as a real McCoy, hobbling on one leg, Walter Brennan, he's a Shea Brennan. And Sam Elliott, is a smart man, and he knows this is all being done in the name of this Hollywood mytho propaganda. And now he's having this interview using foul language, to promote his work on the series as it likely heads into Emmy contention. Elliott recently appeared on Mark Maron's What the Fuck podcast for a typically gloves-off conversation. And seeing as Elliott is one of the Western genre's leading figures, he had harsh words to say about Jane Campion's Best Picture nominee, The Power of the Dog. The Power of the Dog. I've been away. You want to talk about that piece of shit Elliott started out? You didn't like that one, Maron asked? Fuck no. Why? I'll tell you why I didn't like it anyway, Elliott said. I looked at when I was down there in Texas doing 1883, and what really brought it home to me that the other day when I said, do you want to fucking talk about it? There was a fucking full-page ad out in the LA Times, and there was a review, not a review, but a clip, and it talked about the evisceration of the American myth. I don't know that word. The evisceration. I have to look it up and be on my blog along with this video. And I thought, what the fuck? What the fuck? The fuck? This is the guy that's done Westerns forever. The evisceration of the American West. They made it look like, what are all those dancers and those guys in New York who wear bow ties and not much else? Remember them from back in the day? What the fuck? You can say that now. We're in Cold War II. What the fuck? How did we get in Cold War II? How come we got Russian army invading a friendly country? And everybody's afraid to, act, bring a couple B-52s in there and carpet bomb that convoy. We're going to build a convoy. I got some truckers, coming into Ukraine, to kill that brave Jewish man, Zelensky, standing up to the big bear, big cozy bear, So this is high noon. I've been playing high noon scenario for, geez, 8 years now, 10 years. Saying there's a showdown coming. Down Main Street. You know, whole thing with Rena Easton, a cowboy. She called him deputy sheriff Dan Malin on me, saying I'm stalking her, and I said, well, shit, I'm gonna tell my Congressman Peter DeFazio that I got this across the state line call from the deputy sheriff of Bozeman, Montana, saying that this my old muse I haven't seen for 40 years is saying I'm stalking her. I told Dan, Deputy Dan, I said, I don't even have her address. I don't even have a phone number. How can I be stalking someone without having an address and a phone number? And he goes, gulp. See, it's all come true. See, we're in the real time now. I'm Berkeleyville Beauregard. I'm Ivan, in Elvis. And then I'm me, and then I'm John the Seer of the Mad Prophet. See, and I'm Cowboy John. I'm John. That's what I want to say. Hello, this is Buffalo John. This is the Howdy Doody Cold War show. How are you feeling today? Are you a little scared you might be nuked in your tracks? And your children, and you have a little puppy dog playing in your backyard? You're afraid if you do the right thing and car bomb, the army of the beast going into Ukraine, that he'll nuke you? Well, yeah, you should be, but that's what we're down to. See, this is not fake cowboy shit. This is the real deal. This is the real high noon there, with nuclear weapons in each pocket. So. What I want to make is the Oregon story. And it's going to star my old friend Mark Gall, Professor Gall, who was head of the Department of Education at U of O. See, and Sam Elliott, me, the three hombres, the three old geezers of Eugene, Springfield, see. And we already got the ground laid work with Joaquin Miller, who was encouraged to dress up like Joaquin Marietta and be a cowboy by Ida Coolbrith. They ended up, in England, with the pre-Raphaelites, and met some royal people, They wanted to meet the poet of the West. See, he lived right down the street. We grew up right down the street, not 12 miles. See, I don't know if Sam Elliott knows that. I tried to tell Mark Gall, Professor Gall, all about it. That doesn't make any difference. Yeah, I don't care whether your grandparents and your grandma knew Joaquin Miller had a farm right down below his farm in Oakland. See, that doesn't matter. Yeah, it does. You know what you put, how come you have some kind of educational elitist? You got a couple of degrees in psychology. You went to Harvard, and you majored in psychology. And then you went to Berkeley, got your master's degrees, in studying the artist. You don't find any interest about me, But see, when I began to confront him like this, then he got all paranoid and he's going to try to hurt me, aren't you? He's a little guy, a little pipsqueak, Jew, little Jew guy. He's a Zionist. He's been adopted by the evangelicals, who call him, the child of God, and they ruin him with all their their Christian nationalist Reconstructionist propaganda, and he's looking around. He doesn't really believe it, but he's looking around for a bad guy, because that's how these Christian Reconstructionists are. They got to bounce, their righteousness off a unrighteous human being, a non-believer. See, a believer, enhance, their belief system by bouncing their insanity off a non-believer. Non-believer goes, well, what's going on here? We were golfing one day, and now I'm the Antichrist the next. So, I used to go golfing with Professor Gall down there, Riverstone, River Ridge, and I would go by the Home Depot and the area and the coffee houses where Sam Elliott hangs out. So yeah, I spend a lot of time in the Home Depot, and then he's at Starbucks. And there's a shopping center in there, and I've never been into that Starbucks. I don't even know it's been there when I was going there, but my truck broke down. My good old '72 Ford camp, 4-wheel drive truck broke down. Big Blue broke down on me, so I don't go golfing anymore. So in the Oregon story, it'll be, uh, Professor Gall, Sam Elliott, and myself. We'll be going golfing. I don't know Sam golfs, but we'll go golfing and we'll have talks, conversation, about the feeling of being newt, as we, prepare to tee off from the seventh hole, see, and we talk about what it felt like to be young men in the first Cold War, see, duck and cover, they had practices, if we get a siren for a nuclear attack, we dive under our desk and cover our eyes so we don't be blinded by the flash, see? So all that's back now. So the Oregon story is about these two old survivors of the first Cold War, now finding themselves in the second Cold War, facing some really bad hombres, China and Russia. God knows who else. That North Korean kook, and Iran's supposed to be getting some nuclear weapons, See, so this is it. See, this is the last stand of the three hombres, the three amigos, And after we golf, we go to Starbucks and sit there and talk about the world fear. The fear, you can smell it in the air. The nuclear fear, So that's sort of, that'd be the show, see. Yeah, we do other stuff, We go to Home Depot and buy some stuff to repair, work on our homes. I don't got a home, I got an apartment, but I got to buy some wood and some screws and some nails now and then, and Putin carpet bombs, Ukraine, Home Depot. It's out there. It's totally out there. There's video of him doing this, see? And you're dealing with a madman. See, I like him to be part of our show. Maybe that we'll have him show up in our imaginations. He'll be just one of the good old boys. Because he survived the Cold War, didn't he? Maybe we'll have a foursome out there golfing, talking the shit. What the hell is going on here? But it's like Zelensky says, everybody stay in their bunkers, don't come out. Them crazy Russians are here. They're hurting my people, scaring the women, making them flee to other countries and stuff, So just stay in the ground, So the KGB did some intelligence operation. They say, well, I think they're coming out of the ground. Oh, yes, they are. Yeah. Where are they going? They're going to the Home Depot. They're going to Ukraine, fixer up emporium. But they got to get a new door put on their apartment. Got blown off. See, fix a broken window. Really? They're coming out of their holes and they're at the fixer up emporium. Yep. That's what our intelligence said. Well, why aren't we bombing them there then? They've gathered in one place. Isn't it a wonderful opportunity to carpet bomb them at the fixer-upper emporium? Well, Putin, you are a genius. Well, I wish I thought of that. You've got so much savvy. Sure, I'm sending our planes, right now, with carpet bomb the fixer-upper emporium, So, yeehaw! It's on. See, now, I don't know if it's a Cold War anymore after they did that. Looks like a hot war to me. They got all that columns, 40-mile long column, trespassers, terrorists now. They're in Ukraine and they're on the way to Kiev. It looks like an opportunity to carpet bomb them to me. How about you? Time to come carpet bomb that crazy ass monster, Putin. Time to play high noon for real. Hey, dodge this motherfucker. Okay, well, this is the show for today. It's 11:07 a.m. This is John G. Presco. This is the Howdy Doody Cold War show. Take care out there. Don't be afraid too much now. Enjoy yourself. Might be your last chance.